Stop buying cheap tools as gifts. You might be looking at that $20 for a 100-piece kit and you're going, man, this is going to be a great gift for that person in my life that might even jumpstart them getting into home maintenance, but you're actually buying them a future headache. In today's video, I'm going to show you the exact tools that I'm buying for my son's first toolkit from Lowe's and which ones you should prioritize. Your heart's in the right place. Maybe you're thinking, look, I'm going to get this starter kit. It might be the thing that inspires this person to start doing home maintenance projects around the house and gets them into DIY. But what you're actually going to do is frustrate them. Because if they're not used to doing projects and using tools, the project's not working out because their screwdriver strips out or the pliers aren't gripping, they're not going to blame the tool because they don't know any better. They're going to blame themselves. And they're going to start saying to themselves, look, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I'm just no good at doing home projects. If instead you start them out with a few really high quality tools, it's going to give them the confidence to start doing projects, and it's something they can build on for years to come. Let's take a look at the tools that everybody needs in their home maintenance tool bag. First thing first, you need a good quality tool bag. To make it easy for you, the tools that are in this video you can find in my Lowe's storefront, linked in the description of this video. I am partnering with Lowe's for this video to show you all the tools that I've been using and buying for my son. Some of these are tools I've already purchased for my son to go in his tool bag, and there's a few in here that I'm going to be adding over time. Now, just like I'm recommending to you, I'm not going out and buying him a full toolkit all at once with every tool he could ever need. I'm buying these a little bit at a time here and there as he's helping me with projects, or there's a project he wants to take on his own. I'm picking up a tool or two. He's then doing the job, figuring out how to do it, learning how to use the tools. And over time, he's going to have a full-on tool bag that he's going to be able to take with him to his first house and be able to do any project he could imagine. With this bag of tools, I could do the majority of home maintenance projects I need to, especially basic ones. Most of these tools will last you for a decade plus of pretty heavy use. If you're going to get one tool, I highly recommend starting with the Kobalt 6-in-1 screwdriver. These will probably not last you a decade, but it's super nice to have it all in one. You're not going to be digging around in your bag to try to find 6 different types of screwdrivers. If you want one tool under 10 bucks, get the 6-in-1 screwdriver. The next tool I recommend is a decent pair of needle nose pliers. Needle nose pliers are one of those things you use all the time. You can pick up a good pair of needle nose pliers for between 7 and 15 bucks. Another one of the most common tools that I use is going to be one of these foldable utility knives. They're super nice because you can easily switch out the blades. I'm in the middle of a project right now. This is actually the tool that I'm using the most out of anything. And it's super nice because you could pick one up for anywhere between 8 and 15 bucks for a really high quality one. So this is another great tool that I recommend. The next tool I would recommend picking up is a very high quality tape measure. Now, I'm showing you this old beat up one on purpose. I use this almost every single day for the 5 years that I swept chimneys. I was on and off roofs every day. I was in and out of people's houses. And this thing lasted through the 5 years and it still works perfectly fine. Now, the funny thing about this is I think it was either the first or second day that I got it, it slipped off my belt on somebody's roof, rolled down the roof, fell 2 stories onto the concrete, and it still works just fine. And that's the difference between a really high quality tool and a piece of junk. You can use and abuse these things and keep working. All right, so we've got a couple of different kinds of pliers here. Now you could kind of get these in any order. These 2 pairs of pliers in particular, I also use these almost every single day while I was sweeping chimneys, and these are still cranking. I'm not going to need to buy new ones of these for maybe ever in my entire life. One of my all-time favorite brands, especially for any kind of pliers, is going to be Irwin tools. Like I said, I use these every day for over 5 years of sweeping chimneys. After all that time, they don't slip at all, and they're just super easy to use. You just push the button, slide them, rather than those old school ones that have the bolt in them and they always slip. A pair of these goes a long way. Now you could get a single one. If you're going to do that, I would probably get the smaller one. I typically only use these kinds of pliers in my home maintenance. You can mess around with all kinds of other wrenches and pliers and stuff like that, but if you have a pair of these ones with the teeth on them and you have a pair of these flat ones, you're really not going to need that much else other than a pair of vice grips that you can tighten. Then of course you need a good hammer. This is the one I bought for my son. I went with a pretty heavy duty one just because this is going to be the most versatile. It's a little bit big for a lot of the basic home maintenance projects you do. So if you're mainly doing stuff inside, I'd probably get a slightly smaller hammer, but I got him this one because we do a lot of outside projects too, and this sucker's going to come in handy. And this one in particular is the Kobalt 16-ounce hammer. My 12-year-old started working on a bunch of small home maintenance projects. He's taking ownership and starting to work on things himself. especially when it comes to fixing loose chairs and things like that. So he's been using this set of Allen wrenches a ton. The only other thing I'd really consider mandatory is going to be some kind of a speed level like this. These are pretty inexpensive, so having one of those in your tool bag is really important as well. For this basic setup here with the bag and these tools is going to be well over $100, and so this might be beyond the typical one-time gift. Maybe you've added these up over time. The person you know has already got all these tools. Here's a couple more things that you could always use in your home maintenance. If you're doing any kind of full-on electrical work, you're probably going to want a good pair of wire cutters. And then if you're doing anything where you're cutting light wires like Ethernet cable or anything like that, I used to install security cameras and security kit systems, and I use these all the time for low voltage wires and Cat6 cables for running Ethernet. Something else that comes in handy is some kind of a square. Now there's also the speed squares. They're a little bit less expensive. I ended up getting this one because, for one, it looks really cool, but I also use these all the time for woodworking projects. So I picked up a nice one, but you can get a basic speed square for under $10 as well. Now here's two more bonus tools that are really nice to have around. So there's these Kobalt scissors. These things are super heavy duty. You can cut through any basic stuff with these, and they're going to stay sharp. They're going to keep cutting for you. So having a pair of these around is really nice. And then for a recent project I started, I picked up these Klein tool titanium coated scissors. They are spring loaded, so they're super nice. You can use them for a really long time. These are great if you need to be cutting through something thicker like light sheet metal, something that's vinyl, leather, anything that's a little bit thicker. You're probably going to dull out the other scissors or they're not going to cut that well. These suckers will cut through anything, including your fingers, if you're not careful. Now, if you're thinking, look, I've got a decent budget, I'd like to pick up one tool, what should it be? I would recommend picking up one of these Gerber multi-purpose tools. These are nice because you've basically got an entire toolkit that sits in your pocket. Now, this isn't something that you're going to use for everyday use, but man, being able to have basic tools in your pocket at all time is a boss move. This is the exact multi-purpose tool I got for my son's tool bag. So whether you're shopping for a last-minute gift for your husband, father-in-law, son, or daughter, you can pick up all of these tools on Lowe's.com or shipped straight to your house. The only thing that's not included in here that I use all the time is going to be the one power tool to rule them all, which to me is a compact impact driver. You can use it as a drill. You can use it to put screws in. That's the one thing that's not included in here that I use in almost all of my home projects. These tools have already started paying dividends for me. As I bought my son tools that he has ownership of, he started noticing things around the house and started to take initiatives on doing some of the maintenance projects on his own. So instead of buying that cheap gift, give the gifts that keeps on giving by buying some high quality tools and getting that really nice tool bag started. And don't forget to check out my Lowe's storefront for the links to these tools. We'll see you on the next video.